How to interview for a leadership position as a candidate, like a leader, not a manager. Well, number one is to shift from I did to we achieved. The interviewer wants to hear about how you've built teams, developed people, supported an entire group, not about how you've completed X, Y, and Z task. No longer the first chair violinist, right, or playing every instrument. Now you're the conductor, creating harmony across the entire team. This is how we were able to achieve certain results versus here are the results that I achieved. My proudest moment wasn't about what I achieved, it was about how I helped someone else level up. Manager is going to talk about how I hit X numbers, whereas the leader is going to say, my team exceeded their goals and here's how I supported them. Number two is to show how you think, not just what you've done. All right, you're not being hired just to execute. No, you're being hired to make decisions, to shape a culture, to model leadership under pressure. This is a chess match and you're thinking 3 to 4 moves ahead. So here's how I approach big decisions, especially when there's no right answer. Let me walk you through how I think about conflict, about change, about team growth. Your answers should be much more strategic than tactical. And number 3 is to communicate your leadership philosophy. I love this true north activity I do with leaders where I have them complete these integrity statements, right? I will, I won't, I must, I believe, and I value. So instead of me saying, oh, I'm ready to lead, no, I can share my integrity statements and show them who I am as a leader. Because at the end of the day, John Maxwell says leadership is not about titles, positions, flowcharts, right? It's about influencing one life to another. And so who am I as a leader? Well, I can say, here's what leadership means to me. And here's how I live it out every single day. I lead with transparency and consistency because, look, I believe that clarity builds trust. Manager just says, hey, I'm ready to take the next step. Whereas the leader says, look, this is the type of leader I am. And here's how I try to live it out every single day. Right, a manager is interviewing for a role, but a leader already owns that mindset. One is focusing on themselves. The other is thinking about what they can elevate in others. And look, leadership is not a title, right? It's a fire. And we have the opportunity to ignite it, not only in ourselves, but in others. Now, if you like these little tips and frameworks, check out my profile and follow me.